was this?
That ban was total.
Ooh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
The ban was total.
Uh-oh.
I'll say it, dude. I'll say it.
Oh my God, so brave.
The fact that Asmongold got banned for 2 weeks for calling Palestinians inferior and suggesting that he didn't give a fuck they should be genocided because they're inferior, and the rest of us got a month based off of a lie, is a joke. It's a total joke. And this is, dude, this is exactly what Hasan meant when he said Islamophobia is A-okay. You can throw as many Muslim or Arab creators or just Muslim or Arab people.
Little bro, nobody cares about Muslims anymore. Nobody cares about Arabs anymore, okay? That's some 20-year-old shit. That's some, that's some 9/11 shit. No one cares anymore, all right? Or at the very least, 2016 shit. No one cares about Islamophobia, okay? That's last decade's news. Now, we hate immigrants. We hate Mexicans, and we hate South Americans, all right? We hate the caravans and Chinese people and China, okay? Nobody cares about the Arabs anymore. We've moved on, all right? Blow up some more towers or get out of the way. We got other racial groups, all right, that we're attacking now.
People in general under the bus, and it doesn't matter. It's just nobody cares. It doesn't fucking matter. But if you say anything at all that could be misconstrued and lied about as being anti-Semitic, people take that shit seriously, which should be the way that it is. You should take all types of anti-Semitism seriously when it's actual anti-Semitism. But when Asmongold says actually Islamophobic shit and says pro-genocidal rhetoric, he gets 2 weeks for it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sure. Dennis, have you stopped to think that my delusions about what the tier list is your problem, actually? Yeah. I was kind of expecting you to be scared after a month off. I'm glad you're standing on your morals. I mean, it's just, I'm not going to stream if I don't get to say what I want to say. If I'm going to do that, I might as well stop streaming. That's fucking stupid. Asmon literally proposed final solution in a coded way when he covered the Tyler Hitler Vera video on Germany crypto nuts. I saw that. And that's crazy that he still hasn't been banned for that. That's insane. That's crazy. The worst part about all of this, by the way, is the fact that everybody involved in this current campaign to deplatform and to remove advertisers on Twitch, every single person involved in this
has complained about deplatforming.
Has said way more insane shit. Has said actual anti-Semitic shit and has admitted that they don't give a fuck about anti-Semitism.
Damn.
That all of this is a crusade to get Hasan banned. All of it. And it's like, that doesn't matter at all. Nope, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But you have to remember, Twitch has no prerogative to care about its creators in this regard, in this context. Twitch doesn't have to care about its smaller creators because it's a company and companies' main goals are to make money. And if advertisers are being threatened and if advertisers are getting hundreds of emails or whatever, Twitch has to cave to advertisers.
Wow. That's crazy, chat.
But I'm saying us. Like us.
Oh, you mean commentators?
Poll.
You mean commentators?
No, commentators or listeners. We see that poll October 12th. What's...
Oh, man, gosh, I guess to raise our voices and hope that she'll change. I mean, like, you know, I think at that point it's so late. It's sort of like one of those things is somebody took a gut shot, you know, because they didn't want to wear body armor. And, you know, you're asking me what's the best triage I could do at the last second. And the answer is, well, in the future, wear the body armor. Like, you know, you're bleeding out. There's nothing we could do to rescue you at that point.
In that case,
you know,
it's like completely unactionable.
And from our point of view, yeah, like, can we lift millions of people off the couch by saying you've got to vote for Kamala Harris no matter what she supports? Well, like, I don't think we can. I don't think we have that ability.
Yeah, I don't know if we could lift millions of people. Do you think we could lift one?
Not enough to swing any of these, especially, like, I'll give you an example. Like in Michigan.
What's more likely? Looking at that poll in October and getting Kamala Harris's campaign to change, when in fact, like, I mean, the problem obviously was, like, without the process of a primary, both it has implications both for the candidate and for the voting population, right? And I mean, I'm just curious at that point in terms of, like, you know, you see that poll in terms of, like, where we're situated, what's the best reaction in terms of the most in terms of efficacy? Like, I think it's pretty clear maybe at that point, like, there's maybe no winning, but let's just assume, like, you know, you got a month.
Cam is off? Yeah, I'm switching cameras. New camera. Good luck.
I'm just curious as to, like, what becomes the most sort of a value.
Now we're going to listen to RoboCop. Okay.
A valuable response to that.
I don't think you're going to like my answer, which is basically telling Kamala Harris that you will not support her unless she changes on these issues that are severely damaging her campaign, and you use your voice as kind of a proxy for all the millions of people that you see that are not going to turn out. And maybe if she turns, it might be too late to turn the Titanic at that point because it's steaming full speed ahead at the iceberg. But that's what I tried to do. You know, I was always open and like said, hey, I want to support Kamala Harris. If she will break with Biden on Gaza, especially, if she'll offer a couple platform positions that progressives can sell, I'm easy. My standards are extremely low. But she instead leaned into I would do nothing differently. Joe Biden was a great president.
I know what she did. I mean, I
mean, you're asking me, how do I turn the Titanic from the violin chair? And it's like, you can't. Like, all I can do is raise my voice and say, hey, iceberg ahead. And that's what I did.
Well, you're not just saying iceberg ahead, because I think,
I'm just curious. I don't want to be mean and say old people. Do boomers ever engage with or interact with their audience? Is Sam Cedar aware of the kind of audience that he has? Because Mike is probably representing a majority opinion of this audience, and I don't know if Sam Cedar's aware of that or not. Unless I'm like, or maybe I'm missing something. There's like this huge, voting woke majority report audience.
Saying iceberg ahead is not the only thing. I mean, it may have no impact to run to the starboard side of the boat and help the boat turn,
right,
whatever the starboard. I don't know the two sides. Let's just say it may help the boat avoid the iceberg by running to the left side, and maybe more people do that. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I don't know. It seems like you just felt like you were just going to yell iceberg.
Well, I mean, I did what I could, to advocate for a platform that could win, and I try to use evidence-based arguments for it.
Once you determine, without that platform, once you determine she's not going to do that, and she's not going to change because of your Twitch stream or our Twitch stream, it's more likely, it seems to me, if you or I or people of our ilk have any influence at all, we might be able to get a couple of people to vote in one way or not. I don't know, or at the very least, if there's any reason for us to even engage in this stuff, we might have more. You got to assume a couple. And it feels like that to me is a more productive thing than
blame the voters. Blame the commentators and the voters for the campaign's inability to.
No. I'm not blaming in the same way. I'm not blaming the people who could run to the other side of the deck for the boat headed to the iceberg. But I'm just saying, what action can you take to avoid that iceberg? Maybe it won't work. Maybe it will.
Okay. No, that's a perfect example. So, I mean, I think with the Titanic, it's going to hit the iceberg. You can calculate it out. I could look at it and I could say, even if all of us stood over here, and I had the perfect knowledge to say that, and we hit the iceberg, my job is to then grab the pistol from whatever member of the security staff and go into the captain's chair and grab a hold of the wheel, for the next election, for the next iceberg.
That analogy doesn't really work because the Titanic kind of crashed after the first iceberg, but okay. What is this?
The Chinese Communist
to what showed up on Instagram and YouTube.
When we looked at material that's sensitive to the Chinese Communist Party, these materials were significantly, inexplicably underrepresented on the platform.
Right, they concluded that videos undesirable to the CCP were underrepresented.
Wow, this guy's totally not a CIA agent, guys. This guy's not a CIA agent. I'm sure this guy has never worked in American intelligence and is not just literally pushed like this is so standard. Joel Finkelstein, guys, he's definitely doesn't. Oh man, he's
true. Did I? Oh, I mean, does he work for?
I appreciate that, Destiny.
All right, bye.
Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.